We were born alone, we will die alone, but we don't have to die miserable and unhappy. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be dedicated to my generation and the generations that are close to mine. I am 32, so like 25-year-olds to 35-year-olds to 40-year-olds. And the reason why I wanted to do this video is because we are a generation, I don't want to say sad, but we're kind of hopeless. And the study that I'm gonna make ChatGPT read out loud because I am lazy. I'm just kidding, I'm not lazy. I just think it sounds better when ChatGPT reads it. Yeah, I think that my generation especially is, as the study said, carrying too much and connecting too little. So everyone is feeling alone, and we're not actually sad. We just kind of don't care about anything, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Caring too much about everything in life, in my opinion, is why we get sick in the first place. But caring too little or not at all is what's gonna make you feel like you don't want to be a part of this world anymore. And I think that's bad. And I think we have to find solutions, but it's gonna be very hard. I was one of those people 10 years ago who was educating everyone on why men and women don't work together. Okay, we cannot function together because we were raised in a toxic way. We were raised to think that men are scumbags, they're abusive, they're shit, and women are whores, and you know, those kind of beliefs. That's what made us not want to interact with each other. And also the fact that everything is more expensive now, we cannot have kids. I mean, who's gonna raise the child if we're gonna work all the time, both parents at work 40 hours or 60 hours a week, and not having enough food and money for rent and all the bills and everything and things for the baby and so on and so forth is just too much. We cannot afford a house, we cannot afford an apartment, nothing. We cannot afford anything. And it all seems so hopeless. Let ChatGPT read us the study and then let's react to it.
1 in 5 adults hasn't had sex in a year, and the reasons are telling. Sex statistics rarely stop you mid-scroll, but this one does. 1 in 5 adults has gone more than a year without sleeping with another person. Even the most emotionally stable among us might pause at that. A new nationwide survey of 1,000 adults conducted by Joy AI sheds light on what's behind the dry spell. Nearly 22% of respondents said they hadn't had sex in over a year, while 6% said they've never had sex at all. Although 37% reported having sex within the past week, researchers noted that this figure remains below pre-pandemic levels. The sex recession experts warned about years ago shows no signs of easing. When asked why their sex lives had slowed, respondents pointed to the realities of modern adulthood. 36% said they have no one to sleep with. Low libido affected 30%. Financial stress impacted 24%, workload pressure affected 19%, and mental fatigue impacted 25%. Many also cited a lack of time or privacy. Together, these responses paint a picture of a generation carrying too much and connecting too little. Emotional closeness followed a similar pattern. Just over half of respondents said they feel close to at least one person. Nearly 30% said they feel close to no one, and half of that group said they wish they did. When asked what they miss most, emotional connection ranked first, followed by physical closeness, with sex coming third. Coping strategies varied. More than 40% said they use adult content as a substitute for sex. About 17% reported trying sexting, and 8% rely on AI companions. Meanwhile, half of respondents said they don't replace sex with anything, suggesting emotional exhaustion rather than a deliberate choice. The survey did offer some optimism. More than 55% believe they'll be in a relationship by 2026, and 63% expect to have at least some sex next year. Still, 42% said relationships only make sense now if they serve a practical purpose, such as financial partnership or raising children. Nearly half of respondents listed loneliness as one of their biggest fears for the near future. They may not voice it openly, but the concern is there. The numbers paint a picture of adults who want connection in every form and feel it slipping further out of reach.
Most of the people don't have anyone to sleep with. This is because of how we were raised and also, like our past experiences. We just don't want to deal with one another, okay? The genders. Men think women are horrible and women think men are animals, which is not true. There are good people in both sides, but we're just too tired, I guess, looking for them. We know that we can't generalize genders by our past experiences or by how we were raised. We know that not every woman is a whore, and we know that not every man is an abusive scumbag. However, the next reasons that we're not connecting with each other is that we have financial stress, as I've already mentioned, then mental fatigue, which comes from the financial stress, in my opinion, workload pressure, which comes from the financial stress again. Yeah, lack of time and privacy. We lack time because we work too much, and we lack privacy because we cannot afford a home. And together, as the study said, these responses paint a picture of a generation caring too much and connecting too little. We were told that we should have good grades, go to college, get a good job, start a family, and then we'll be happy ever after. But that doesn't work for our generations, right? And the reason why it's not working is because we have to change how we think about each other, and we have to start respecting each other more, okay? As the people, it doesn't matter your gender. We have to start respecting humans. Okay? The study also reveals that we crave emotional closeness and that we fear being lonely in the future, and that we are hopeful. Some part of us is still, hoping that this is gonna change, that we're gonna find someone. In order for us to fix this situation, we have to respect each other more. We have to change our views. We have to realize that we are not the boss of other people. We were not born with anyone else. We were born alone. We will die alone, but we don't have to die miserable and unhappy, thinking that everyone is out to get us and every woman is a whore and every man is a douchebag. And be careful who we are dating. I think that's another factor why my generation isn't dating and getting married and having kids, because they're too scared to choose the wrong partner. And they're right about it, because they have seen so many failed relationships and marriages, and they don't want to make the same mistake. So you have to be careful, work on yourself, and then find someone who is also working on themselves, who wants to be a better person. No one is perfect, but try to find someone on your wavelength, someone who is not viewing the world through pink or black lenses, but great, okay? Someone who is realistic, wants to work on themselves, and someone who is not focused on making the world a better place, but who wants to make the world of you two and maybe the child that you're going to raise together or children a better place. Okay, if you know what I mean. And that alone will affect everything because everything is connected. If you have a healthy household, the world will be better in a way, if you know what I mean. I don't know if you do, but if you do, you know what I mean. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm so sad about this, but also I understand why it's happening. In summary, no one is having sex, and we all crave emotional and physical closeness, and we are hopeful that we're gonna get it, but we all have to work on it. So what do you guys think of this study? Do you think we're lonely or tired or sad? Why is this happening? I explained to you how I view it. So if you want to share your opinions, leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, please, like, share, and see you in my next one. Bye.